Hello everybody, this is Ferno11. Welcome to, well, if you clicked on this video, you know what it's about. This is Ultrasaber versus Saberforge. For those of you who like lightsabers, cool stuff, this video is for you. Now, there's been a lot of debate that I've seen over the internet. There's been a lot... I hiccuped, sorry. There's been a lot of flame wars as well, which I think is kind of sad, but anyways... there's Ultrasabers, lightsabers. Which one do I think is better? Which one have I ordered from before? In my opinion, personal opinion, you're both the same. I recommend both to people. So I don't know. But I'd like to go over two basic things and some of the things that I found to be different. Now, I actually own 3 lightsabers. Or I own actually technically 4, but 3 of them are from Ultrasaber, and then 1 is from Saberforge. Now the one from Saberforge is actually the most recent. I have their consular version, which is this, with a turquoise blade. Then I have this, which is actually... Sorry, I forget everything's reversed, which is actually a saber staff from Ultrasaber. This is so I can practice saber staff forms and dual wielding. These are blue, and then they come apart to do 2 different sabers. Then I actually have to leave this apart. And then I have my first ever lightsaber, which is the Dominic's version 2 Limited, which is red. So, which one do I think is better? Which one do I think is worse? Well, first of all, let's go over the hilt. What do I think of the hilts? Ultrasaber has a very simplistic hilt. Now, basically, this is their cheapest lightsaber, so that's why I'm saying it's simplistic. But it is rounded. Every edge is very well machine tooled. There is no sharp edges. My finger doesn't catch on anything. It's got a nice weight to it. It fits comfortably in my hand, and I've got kind of big hands. Oh, sorry. I was shining it across the room. So it feels good. This is also their smallest lightsaber. Or their shortest hilt, like the Dominic's was a lot longer. So, and this is Ultrasaber. Now they do make more complicated lightsabers, but those cost more. The Initiate, I believe, costs $50, and then you add on as you want things like if you wanted to get a heavy grade blade, which is much more durable, designed for sparring. I think you add $10, and then if you wanted to get a 36-inch blade instead of the 24-inch default blade they give you, I think that's another $10 added on. And then they only ship via FedEx, so that's 20. I live in Michigan, and they ship out of Texas, so that is a 20. I think it's $25, between $20 and $25 shipping. Now, Ultrasaber or Saberforge. Saberforge, personally, I think this actually looks more like a lightsaber. Let's get close. Like, it actually looks like something that I would expect to see in the movies. It handles more like a lightsaber. It feels more like a lightsaber. However, I do notice that the machine tooling isn't quite as fine. There are a little bit of sharper edges. Like, right here, there's actually a hole on the sabers, and that's where the light shines through. But what I notice is that like this edge is sharp. It's not enough to cut or to tear anything, but there's definitely like less there. It could it would have taken maybe a couple of extra seconds to just get those edges down more to make it smoother. That they didn't do. So there is that. So let's go over cost next. So cost, this, but I also got a stand and an extra blade plug that I didn't know. Every Ultrasaber or every Saberforge lightsaber comes with a blade plug that fits it. So I think the blade plug was like $4.50, and then the lightsaber stand that holds 3 lightsabers I think was like $20. This cost me about $200 to get with a lightsaber. So this was $200, basically, among other things. With shipping, too, this was $206. This, well, actually my first one, the Dominic's, with shipping, cost, and I lost my screen. The Dominics cost $98, including shipping. So Ultrasaber definitely wins out in terms of cost. The hilts are, I mean, they're like, there's less craftsmanship here. I don't think that the Ultrasaber stuff is as much as something that's going to just show up on a shelf, or that a Jedi would actually carry with them. But it's still pretty cool. It's pretty durable. And speaking as a martial artist, as a sword fighter, this larger hilt feels better. It feels more secure. It feels like I have a better grip on it when it's got a larger hilt and a longer hilt like that. It's better accommodating for a two-handed grip. So Ultrasaber definitely wins out in cost. This definitely wins out in appearance, though. I think that the appearance for Saberforge is definitely better, but you pay for it. So cost is higher, but I think the hilts look better. So that's pretty much everything. In terms of emitters, or emitter strength, I think they're about the same. Like, I'm just gonna over shoulder. So as you can see, that's just a regular light, and then I do it with this, with Saberforge. Saberforge does appear to have a little bit of a brighter blade, or a brighter... Yeah, Saberforge does look like they have the brighter emitter. They have a 12-watt emitter with a rechargeable battery that comes with the lightsaber when you order a 12-watt emitter. And actually, you can choose. There is no cost for using a 12-watt emitter or a 6-watt emitter. So that's pretty good. Oh, also, just a note, if you do happen to get one of these, do not look down the blade, where the blade is, into the lasers. They are very detrimental. They will hurt your eyesight very badly. It's highly dangerous. Don't do it. Okay, so let's go over blades. All Saberforge lightsabers come with a 37-inch blade. I believe you can request different size lengths, but overall, they are 37-inch lightsabers with no cost increase. It comes with 37 inches. This is the Ultrasaber Saberforge lightsaber. Ultrasaber has 24-inch blades, 32-inch blades, 36-inch blades. They make 40-inch blades for special lightsabers. They don't do it for all of them. But they also have mid-grade, heavy grade, and ultra edge. Now, what that means is mid-grade lightsabers, or ultra edge sabers, are basically its light diffusion. That means that the blade is lit equally from the base as it is at the tip. It spreads the glow out. So that's kind of cool. I just completely lost track of what I was talking about. So that's what Ultra Edge is. Personally, I don't like it because I feel like it turns it almost pastel-y, which I don't like that. Like, red looked like more like a pastel red. It was closer to pink than pure red, which I didn't really like that. Mid-grade and heavy grade. Mid-grade blades are thinner. There's not as much thick, like, plastic. So they're designed for very light sparring or just for show. They're not designed to hit objects. So if you do and the blade breaks, that's kind of your fault. However, they also offer no warranty. If you break the blade, you have to buy another one. Saberforge, Ultrasaber, Ultrasaber blades replacements cost $32, I believe. It doesn't matter what size you get. I think it's just $30 to replace it, but then you have to pay shipping. Saberforge, their blades are 37 inches, and they come with the lightsabers come with a full year warranty for Saberforge, and as long as you don't tamper with the electronics, so if you don't tamper with it, or if the blade breaks, or if you submerge it in water or you tamper with the electronics, the warranty is broken. You broke it. Aside from that, though, you actually, if anything happens within the first year of owning it, they replace whatever it is for free. So that's kind of cool. So let's go ahead and show off the blades themselves. So I have 3 different colors here. I have the Dominic's is red, as I showed, and I'm going to be showing the Ultrasaber blade first, and then I'm going to be showing the Saberforge blade. So as you can see, that's pretty cool. It's actually red. It's nice. It doesn't look too bad. It's pretty cool. So that was the Dominic's. This is the Initiate, the blue color. So again, it's fairly cool. And again, I really need to turn the screensaver setting off. So it's a lot of fun. It's the right color. Now I'm going to put the Ultrasaber, or the Saberforge blade in. Now, as you can see, that actually looks significantly brighter. I'm holding it in the exact same position. That's because I believe Saberforge, unless you're using like their Obsidian, like heavy stuff, they only use mid-grade, or they only use 6-watt emitters. Ultrasaber though, my Saberforge lightsaber has a 12-watt emitter in it. So now I'm going to show off the Saberforge blade. So again, I'm going to do the exact same order. So there's this, and I don't know if you guys can tell a difference in the coloring, but to me, like, this color almost looks pastel-y. Like it doesn't look that as red as Saberforge's. And for me, Ultra Saber, and for me, color is very important. So let's put in the blue blade, and again, it's pretty cool. I can definitely notice that the Saberforge's blade, you can see it's brighter at the base than it is at the tip. Which I don't think you guys can see it, but I can tell. So that is a thing, whereas Ultra Saber's was actually unique, was fully around. And then there is Saberforge's lightsaber. So there is that. So as you can see, it's pretty cool. So that's what the blades look like. In terms of emitter strength, I definitely say Saberforge wins out. Saberforge's light, it looks brighter. Even using both sets of blades, Saberforge's blades in real life looked much brighter than Saberforge. Well, not much brighter, but not much, but there was a noticeable increase in the color and the density of the blade. So that's a thing. So what other things can we discuss about the blades? How do they hold up in combat? Well, I actually tested in light sparring. And what I mean by light is if you're not a martial artist, there are a couple of different ways you can strike. You can do striking at skin. So like they're striking at clothing. So I can aim a blow at you or a punch, and I'll just aim for your clothing. I'm not trying to hit your skin or your body, but I'm going to aim at your clothes. This is typically very, very light sparring or just demonstration work. You're not trying to hit each other or hurt each other. You can aim for skin, where you're trying to make contact, but you're not really trying to hurt your opponent. You can aim for 1 inch into their body, which that's more like mid to heavy sparring. Or I would call that medium sparring. And then you're trying to cut down your opponent. You're trying to take them out. And that is very heavy sparring. I did light sparring, medium sparring, and both blades had no damage done to them. Holding them in my hand, and I am accounting for the fact that the Ultra Saber blade is 32 inches and the Saberforge's is 37. Saberforge's lightsaber just feels heavier. It feels more. It feels heavier, which means you get hit with it, it's going to hurt more. But it feels more solid. It feels more durable. And they do say, if in that first year you manage to break your lightsaber in sparring, they'll replace it for free. Ultra Saber doesn't do that. So in terms of blade quality, I think Saberforge wins out again. So electronic works. Well, the electronics are exactly the same as far as I can see. I don't see any errors. Again, Saberforge backs their stuff up with a full year warranty. Ultra Saber does not. So that's a factor. Oh, I don't know what's going on. Like, my left arm, like, I can't really lift it above here without it. Oh, I can do it all the way. That feels good. Something's wrong with my arm, though. So that's... electronics, I haven't had an issue with it. So I can't really say anything on that note. What else can we discuss about them? Customer service. Now, I know there's a lot of people that have complained both ways, backwards and forwards. I'm thirsty. I just did 3 episodes of Phantasy Star Online to finish the series off. Little dry. Throat's a little dry. Customer service. And order efficiency or getting orders right. So I know there's a lot of people that complained about and have horror stories about how they were so rude, they shut me down, they stole money, they didn't do what they were supposed to do, and so on and so on and so on. I have found that for both companies, honestly, these are few and far between. Ultrasaber I ordered from twice. They did mess up on the second order. And Saberforge I've ordered from once, and they got it perfect right. Saberforge, they got the first one perfect right. What happened with the second one is I ordered the Saber Staff, the 2 Initiates, and what happened was I requested 36-inch blades. I'm a bigger guy. I'm 6'1", I weigh about 240, 260. I'm a big guy, so I like that extra length. It gives me extra reach, striking power, and so on and so forth. Poor kitty. I think he scared himself. Hi, bud. Come here. I've got my lightsaber sitting right, like, there. And he jumped up here not realizing they were up here, and he freaked out. A little bit. Oh, I forgot what I was doing. They were talking about. I know it was customer service, but I can't remember exactly where I was at. Oh, that's right. I think I was talking about how they messed it up. So, anyways, I ordered. Oh, I was saying about the size thing. So I'm a bigger guy. I like that extra reach. It gives me a little bit more striking power. I like to have that extra length. But so I requested 36-inch blades. Well, what Ultrasaber did is they actually mailed me 32-inch blades, which in the end, I did decide to keep the 32-inch blades instead of having them mail out 36-inchers. But when I got a hold of them, I mean, I heard back almost immediately within a couple of hours saying, you know, could you please unscrew your lightsaber or the blade from the hilt and measure them just to make sure that they're actually accurate. Which 4 inches, taken in at just a glance, you can understand why you wouldn't, why people could make that mistake. The only reason why I knew for a fact it wasn't is I actually have Ultrasaber's 36-inch blade sitting over there. And these were definitely shorter. And I said, you know, I checked them, I measured them. These are definitely the 32-inch blades. And then I ended up sending them in the same email. I said, but I had thought about it, and since these are really, I'm trying to start a lightsaber club in my area, and I can teach it, give instructions to a degree. What I ended up doing was I was like, you know, I prefer 36 inches, but not everyone will. So I think I would rather have the 32 inches. Just because it'll be more balanced for everybody else to borrow or to use when they borrow them. And then, and also too, the 32-inch blades and the 36-inch blades both cost $10. So they didn't take money from me. I paid the same. It's just I didn't get the exact length I wanted. But again, you know, I heard back from them within 2 hours. Like they got back and said, you know, we're sorry that this happened. They were very polite, very courteous. They just wanted to remedy the situation as quickly as possible. And in Ultrasaber's case, or Saberforge's case, actually all lightsabers, both Saberforge and Ultrasaber, the blades are held in by Allen wrenches. Do you see those 2 holes right there that are glowing red? There we go. What that does, very big... Cat's staring at the ceiling now. Okay. Anyways, what those 2 holes are is they're Allen wrench screws that go into there to hold them into place. Now, Ultrasaber uses 2. Saberforge uses 1. But what caught me by surprise is, this is, as you can see, there is Ultrasabers. But what caught me by surprise is, do you see the second one here? That actually doesn't hold the blade in. And so I contacted Saberforge, and I said, you know, I'm really sorry to bug you guys, but what's the second Allen wrench for? Like, I don't understand what it's used for. And again, within a couple of hours, I heard back, and they said, oh, this is what this does. And as it turns out, it's a retention screw to help hold the LED emitter into place. So that's what that does. So customer service on both ends. I feel both the times that I interacted with them, the customer service was fantastic. It was really good. They got back to me immediately. They tried to fix the issue that I had or answer the question that I had in Saberforge's case. So what would I recommend? What is my personal choice? Honestly, I would say try both companies. Look at what you like, use whatever you want, and give it a shot. If you like it, great. If you don't, you gave it a shot. That's more than most people can say. If you're buying your first lightsaber, I would strongly recommend Saberforge or Ultrasaber. They are significantly cheaper than Ultrasaber. Ow. Oh. Yeah, it's like lifting this direction just up and down just really hurts my left arm. Um, Overall, they are significantly cheaper than Saberforge. Like I said, the Dominics cost me $98 with shipping. This costs about $200. So just for the sake of sparring practice, and especially because if you're not used to handling a lightsaber, the fact that Ultra Saber has sabers that have no design on them whatsoever, except for like minor little things that aren't really going to interfere with it, it'll help you get used to a lightsaber's hilt. It'll get used to how they handle. If you plan to go to conventions and do other stuff, I strongly recommend Saberforge. Even their basic lightsabers, like this is one of their basic ones. This looks to me more like what a real lightsaber would be, as opposed to Saberforge's. Like, and a lot of what Saberforge did is they took lightsabers from games, like from KOTOR or from Star Wars Online. Like their Gladius is actually one of the starting lightsabers that the Sith warriors start with. I think it is. It's the Tomb of Naga Shadow, I believe, is where you claim that lightsaber. So it's supposed to be Naga Shadow's lightsaber, and they created it, and so that's one of the ones you can buy. It's called the Gladius on their server page, and I mean it's not actually like the one from the game, but it looks like it. So I mean, and that's really cool. It works. But yeah, so it's ultimately I would say, and this is what I'm doing personally. When I go to conventions or when I go out in public to raise awareness for this club I'm trying to start, I'm carrying this. I'm not going to be carrying these other ones because, well, one, this is the only one I have that has a belt clip, which means it can actually sit on my belt. I don't think I brought it over. I have a Convertex belt that this can just clip on. But this to me feels more like an actual lightsaber as opposed to those. And I'm not trying to diss Ultra Saber's craftsmanship at all. It's just, I don't know. This feels more like a lightsaber to me. So, that is my personal review. Ultimately, though, I would recommend try it. If you have a bad experience with a company, I do apologize. I'm sorry that it had to happen to you. But personally, I've had nothing bad happen with either company. I would feel perfectly safe recommending both companies. And ultimately, what you pay for is what you get. You're buying cheap lightsabers. If you're willing to drop $400 or $500, get a custom-made one from a professional. Not to say that these guys aren't professionals. Either company aren't professionals, but ultimately, you're buying a cheap lightsaber. It should work, and it should work well, but it's not going to be an indestructible blade, and it's not going to be purely custom-made. So it's the two cheapest companies that I found on the market are Ultrasaber and Saberforge. Both are good. I like both of them. I think they fit well. So that is my review. I hope it helped somebody. If and again, if you happen to have a bad experience, I'm not affiliated with either company in any way. I am not paid to say this. I just wanted to do this because I saw a lot of flame stuff out there. Yeah, just I like them both. I think both companies are pretty good. I couldn't make it, so who am I to criticize? But yeah, it's I don't really see any design flaws really. I think they're both lightsabers. They're both cool. They both make really cool stuff. So this is Sufernal11, and I really hope I help somebody out. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in whatever my next Let's Play happens to be. I don't know. I kind of want to do Dark Souls, but nobody's commented saying I should, so I don't know. But I'll see you guys next time.